Now, the difference between food chain and food web is important. What do you think is the difference? A food chain is a network of organisms, whereas a food web is a network of food chains. So naturally food web is bigger. A food chain represents number of energy of different energy and trophic levels, whereas a food web represents relation between many other organisms. There is only one organism at one trophic level in a food chain, whereas in a food web there can be one or more organisms because it is a web. It always begins with producers. A food chain will only have producers at one end and consumers at the other end, whereas in a food web there is no such beginning or ending. It is a complex mixture of many food chains. Why are ecosystems important? This is general topic. There has to be a perfect balance in the number of organisms in the proportion in which they exist at various levels. Food chain and food webs help in achieving a balance in nature. So why is food chain important? Because it helps to maintain balance in nature. And if there is food chain disturbance, then the balance in nature gets disturbed. For a better living, it is very important to maintain the quality at the physical environment by keeping it free from contamination. So the environment should be contamination free, which helps in maintaining balance in the nature. In reality, ecological balance is the balance existing between the living organisms and the non-living organisms. There is a concept of ecological balance shown here, which means there is a balance between living and non-living things, and mostly the non-living things are created by humans. So this balance, which does not allow a perfect balance to take place, is the rising human population. So what is the cause of imbalance? It is caused by humans. Increasing population, man has already destroyed. Now we know all this, that man has destroyed, and therefore it has caused a disbalance in nature. Forests have been cut down for wood, grazing and building purposes. Animals have been killed for the sake of hunting. So there is a continuous demand of coal and petroleum, which has exceeded the limit and has led to the depletion of excessive use of chemicals and pollution. So the constant population increase made the disbalance in nature. All the above activities have led to an ecological crisis. Ecological crisis is caused because of global warming. So everything is linked. When there is disbalance, then it causes production of more energy. Production of more energy leads to global warming, and global warming leads to depletion of ozone layer, soil erosion, flood, melting of polar ice, and this has caused the ecosystem disbalance. So in this chapter we have read that all living organisms, including humans, are very dependent on the environment, which is a part of ecosystem. A balanced ecosystem is very important for existence of living organisms.